What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another video with me. Today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025, and it is a beautiful weekend day, guys. Woke up this morning, kind of took a chill morning, just kind of relaxed a little bit, had a nice breakfast with my wife, ran out and got my son a haircut. 13 years old, decided to go ahead and do a buzz cut and shave it all off for the summer. And right now I'm running around doing some honey-do list stuff, some returns, some shopping, things I need to get taken care of today. We did a little divide and conquer thing today. So I wanted to jump on real quick and just share a little bit about the market yesterday. The market closed Friday. What did it look like for us? For those of you that have been watching my videos, you know that I focus mainly and mostly on the best day trade stocks that are out there. I've got a list going in some of my videos if you're interested to see what stocks I'm trading in and day out. These are stocks that I find through many different avenues. Number one, I do use my Webull scanner to kind of see what the analyst ratings are for buy and strong buy. And I also look at volume to understand volume of different companies. I also select companies that have come up for earnings. You can go and watch this video right here about how to play earnings. A little bit more volatile than just being a day trader, but that is something that I also like to do. And I don't select stocks based on that earning result for the list to be day trade stocks. But when they come up for earnings, I do some research on each of those companies, and depending on the dollar cost per share for the stock value, I may select them as a stock that I'm now going to trend over 30 days, do some analysis on, and potentially could become a good day trade stock. And that's a lot of how my list forms. I'm also in a Discord group with a great bunch of men and women who share daily what's happening on their day trading and their long-term hold or options trading journey. We're a group that, kind of does a full gamut of stock trading. I don't love the options game so much. It's a little bit too risky for me. I kind of like to know I've bought shares and that I own the shares and I have the shares, and even if they go down and I'm bag holding for a while, there's a stronger chance of recovery than there is if you buy options and you put you buy a call on an option. It goes the opposite direction and the money is gone. There's no recovery of that money. So you have to kind of pick and choose where you want to be, what you want to do as far as your day trading style or your trading style for that matter. I always say day trading because that's what I live in, is being a retail day trader. But I'm probably going to put a video out, shout out to, and I hope I say it right. I already got it wrong by responding to a comment by saying, "Hey brother," and that's just habit for me. She corrected me by saying it's actually "Hey sister." So hey sister, I think it's Shay is her name. But hey, thank you for the comments. Thank you for being a part of this. And thank you for the questions about, what scanners do I use and how do I choose my stocks. I'm definitely going to put some content out about that and show you my scanners. I'm primarily in Webull. I also use TradingView, and then there's some other scanners out there that some of the guys and gals in my Discord use daily. And so here's the thing about scanners though, and to kind of answer some of the comment in this video, you use a scanner, primarily people use scanners because they're watching the volume plays, okay? There's a YouTuber named Ross. He lives on his scanner. He's got like a $12 million account. I watch a lot of his videos, and he day trades, but he goes based on volume and volatility. So he's looking at the scanner to see what companies have the greatest movement, right? What are the most significant volume moves that are happening at a moment, and then we'll make decisions based on that and some other specific things he looks at to jump into a trade. It'll run all the way up. He'll get out of the trade. He'll make a whole bunch of money, but he also has to go in with a lot of money. So he's got to buy 10,000 shares of a stock, that could cost $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 to make those plays and to make the amount of money that he's making. But But when you use that scanner, you're seeing that volume, you're seeing that volatility. And so I don't necessarily use my scanner in that way. If you're looking to become a day trader, then the best way to become a day trader is to find a company you love, okay? And it all depends on your account and what price point you want to be at. For me, APLD, Applied Digital, is a stock that I fell in love with because I did all the research, I did the homework on it, and absolutely love that stock for, as far as it being a day trade stock, because I understand its trend. I know what it's going to do. And it was in a price point that I'm very comfortable with. I live within the $1 to $10 price point, and APLD was somewhere in the $7, $8 range when I first started day trading it, dropped all the way to $3. Now I can buy a lot more, and it's back in the $6, $7 range. But I make good money day trading it because it fits right in that threshold that I've established for myself within my goal. So anyway, you just have to pick a company that you love and do the research and understand it. Now, don't pick these Chinese stocks, these Chinese companies. I do recommend, not financial advice, but I recommend stick with companies within the United States. Just because of the, you can do a little better research on them. You're not going to get had, or a rug pull usually in a company that's a strong company that's been around a while, somewhere in the U.S. But those are facts that I consider. And then once you find that company, listen, it could even be something like Best Buy, or it could be UPS, or it could be U-Haul. It all depends how much money you want to spend in the stocks. And obviously, the lower the cost per share is, the more money you make in the stock. So anyway, I'm going to make a whole video on it. I don't want to get off on a whole big tangent with that now. I'll make a whole video about that and share a little bit of that, show you on my screen what those screeners look like, how I'm using them. And in Webull, it's pretty cool because Webull, you can actually choose stocks that have high volume, but also that are analyst rated, buy and strong buy. And those are the ones that I look at probably every day just to kind of see what's in the list. What are the analysts saying are strong buy, buy and strong buy. And then sometimes they'll make the list and I'll track and trend them and kind of see how they run for, the 30-day period that I'm comfortable with. And then if I can, establish a trend and say like, okay, look, this stock, 20 days out of the month, it's got a quick morning drop and then it runs up. And then, the other 10 days out of the month, it runs up first. Then I can sort of track and trend how that works, because what you have to remember, guys, is that the stock market is, yes, it is sort of manipulated by hedge funds and brokerages, etc. But there's also a bunch of different algorithms that run the stock market. Like for example, in APLD, I can tell you, and you can go and look in APLD, that usually every day, somewhere between noon and 1:30, it has a quick jolt up. And for whatever reason, and it's not because people, not because a ton of people immediately during that time decided to buy it. It's an algorithm. It's something that's going on where maybe a particular brokerage account has it set for maybe a bulk buy or a bulk sell or something happening in that way that causes an algorithm to say, hey, APLD is going to run up. And sure enough, between 12 and 1:30, usually it gives me some sort of a jump. But I know that because I've done my research and I've done my homework on APLD, and I know what it's going to do. And so I don't usually land up as a bag holder in APLD. I'm usually in and out every day, in my stock positions for APLD as a day trader. But anyway, guys, the market had a really, really rough last end of the week. And, all of us initially said that APLD and NVIDIA and, the S&P 500 primarily was affected on an amazing run up because of NVIDIA's earnings. And in part, that's true. But what now we see clearly as part of the opportunity that caused the market to fluctuate the way it did, Thursday, Friday, kind of Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, was the tariff talk. So federal judge says tariffs cannot apply. Trump gets another judge to say, yes, they can. So we temporarily are removing the, taking the lift off the tariffs. You can go back to tariffing whoever you want. Trump's doing exactly that. Apparently another judge this weekend said, nope, we're going to block it again. And guys, the tariff talks kills the market. It literally does kill the S&P 500. And not because the tariff itself, but the fear of the market, the fear of what's going on in the market is what causes the market to run up and run down. You get these huge sell-offs. Then on the sell-offs, you have tons of people jump in to buy. And that's kind of what's going on right now. So I don't know what Monday's going to look like. Very hard to say what Monday's going to look like. But if we can get past the tariff talk stuff again Monday, where something happens either later today, because it's only 1-something in the afternoon on Saturday, or some sort of Sunday tweet, or potentially the news that came out earlier today about another judge apparently blocking the tariffs, that could cause the market to run up, because people don't like the tariffs. People don't like to talk about the tariffs. It's all this China, and for me, and as a tech stock retail day trader, I love to live in the tech stock world. All my stocks are running down right now. So we'll see what happens on Monday. My overall portfolio is red, for sure. I mean, with what's going on. My day trade stocks, though, guys, you can make money in any environment, up or down, as a day trader, if you have done your homework. You know your support and resistance levels. You know how to read those candlesticks. Then you absolutely can win every single day and make some money every day. Guys, I got wipers going. It started raining during this video. I got all kinds of craziness going on. But at the end of the day, it's still an absolute beautiful day. And I'm excited to be able to share more with you. 2 things coming up. So one, I'm going to start working on a scanner-based video for you, just to kind of show you the scanner I use and how I look at it. If you don't have a Webull account yet, guys, I strongly recommend Webull for you. I'm not an advertiser, or I don't have any type of connection to Webull aside than that's the brokerage account that I prefer. I have E-Trade, I have Robinhood. But if you drop down into the description, you'll see I've got a link in there for you to open a Webull account, and you can get up to 20 fractional shares for free, depending on how much money you put into that brokerage account to open it. But guys, that's free money, that's free stocks. And if you don't have an account with them yet and you want to open something, I think you have to, maybe the minimum's $100. So you can open an account and get some free stocks. I recommend it. And then even if you don't want to use Webull, if you're already, say, in some sort of other trading platform, then you could always use Webull like I do as a scanner. Listen, the trading is all about just being careful, managing your risk, knowing how much you want to put into it, knowing what you want to get out of it, having goals set, and not letting emotion take control of your trading style, because emotion will absolutely cause you to lose a lot. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for jumping into this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I upload a new video. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, guys. Josh out. Peace.